I've been binge listening to your podcast. I'm obsessed.
Thank you.
Learned a lot about y'all. Robyn, you shocked me at some parts. We gonna get into it.
I'm a secret wild child.
Yes, we gonna get into it. But I want to start kind of at the beginning of this journey. So what made you want to start a podcast, and why the name Reasonably Shady?
Okay, well, first of all, this right here, this Instagram Live, Robyn and I did it during the pandemic.
Okay.
And we had so much fun with it. Everybody was like giving their little comments. We were answering the comments. We just had fun. And then everybody was like, you know what, you guys should have a podcast.
Yeah, because, you know, we feel like on a podcast, you can really get to know us. You can learn our personality. You can learn more about our relationship and our friendship more than you can on the show. And so having a podcast kind of gives us the freedom to really just be ourselves and have fun without dealing with the drama and the storylines of the show.
Yes.
That makes sense.
The name Reasonably Shady, I came up with the name.
Okay.
Because I'm usually the reasonable one, and she is usually the shady one, like no matter what.
Okay.
And just in our friendship, I'm always the one, like, you know, we talk, and that's the other thing, we talk on the phone all the time. Like, we're really great girlfriends outside of, you know, what you see us on the show as great girlfriends, but outside of the show, we're always on the phone talking, and she might call me and say, did you hear this, and blah, 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 and she's like jumping the gun, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, did you think that maybe it could have happened differently? Or, you know, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, and she likes to just
go straight for it.
Yes.
I love it. And your podcast is on Charlamagne the God's network, The Black Effect. And I want to ask you, ladies, with Charlamagne, how hands-on is he with the creative process of putting out an episode every week?
He's not. He kind of gave us the creative freedom to do our thing. He, you know, it was very clear. I've met him before, and it was very clear that he does not know much about Housewives, and he probably doesn't even care, and that's fine. But we're different. With the Black Effect family, we're different. Our podcast is different from like the rest of the other podcasts that are on the platform, which was a great fit for us because, you know, we need a mix and a variety. So he lets us do our thing.
Okay. And Robyn, excuse me, you recently touched on this, but you guys have been friends for a long time. So I want to ask you, now that you guys have a podcast in addition to your reality television show, how has working together so much affected your friendship outside of all of that?
You know what? With the show and with the podcast, we've become even closer friends because we're learning more and more about each other. So we already started the show as friends, but on the show, we kind of have to have each other's back, which, as you've seen for 5 and now going on 6 seasons, we have each other's back. And so that's made us a lot closer. But the podcast itself is like we're learning so much about each other. Yes. Every episode, we leave like, oh, girl, there's something about you. So it's been great so far. And the thing is, like, Gizelle knows, she knows I'm always late. You know,
So we do the podcast at my house, and so she has to come to my house, and so she's always late. Always. This is the first time she's been less. She was only like 15 minutes late.
Okay, that's growth. That's growth.
No, okay. The first time she was 2 hours late, I went to kill her.
Oh.